to the big fish theory. Leeds United come into this match day 33 following a result that frankly sent shockwaves through the league and to all of us. A 2-1 victory over Man United at Old Trafford, and that win puts us on 36 points, sitting in 15th. Statistically, a win against Wolves, a bit magic door done, job done. 9 points clear, lovely jubbly. We're Spurs still to play. It's grim reading for a Wolves fan if you're rooted to bottom at table as they are with just 17 points. Rob Edwards' side has yet to win a single away game all season. No wins, 5 draws, 11 losses. They concede 1.81 goals per game, and they just had a 4-0 thumping from West Ham. Their morale's at an all-time low. They're down. They know it. They've failed to win 33 of their last 36 Premier League games. So Farke's spine will probably, obviously, Anton Stack still out, Joe Rodon still out. We'll obviously have the fortress of Elland Road behind us, and that pragmatism that comes with Farke, expecting that sort of 4-2-3-1 in movement. Target man, Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be there, focal point, 10 league goals, aerial dominance against the Shecky Wolves back line. And without Stark, Ethan Ampadu and Autanaka, obviously, they have to be perfect, but they usually are. They look to dominate transitions and feed probably Brendan Aronson as that creative spark. Rob Edwards, meanwhile, he's been a bit of a tactical flux. He's been moving from a 3-4-3 to a 5-4-1 hybrid, trying to use Bueno as outlet, but they're hamstrung. They've got Mosquera. He's on a 2-match ban, which is massive for us. He's the big guy, you know. We're at his recovery speed as well. Wolves' eye line is a suicide mission against pacer, set Okafor. And then obviously Goodmanson overlapping, Bogle overlapping. They average 0.75 goals per game. And I think if they go behind at Elland Road, that's it. Job done. I think they'll absolutely capitulate. And especially when you've got to come off at bench. Lucas Mecha, who's clinical in short bursts, and especially against the Wolves defence that lacks depth due to injuries with Sam Johnston's out. And it'll be final nail in coffin for them. And I think they're fighting to keep a pulse, and I don't think they're going to have one by half-time, to be honest. What do you think, Fav?
Well, I think you've covered it all, and that's end of the podcast, son. To be totally honest. Now, I agree with you. I mean, the thing is, only thing you've done there in your introduction is set us up for a huge fall. Expecting goals, they can't win a win, they can't win a game, you know. Yeah. Now, what we've got to do, I mean, this is just as important as Man U game, isn't it, for all these fans, because this can... if we can win on Saturday, this sends us into Chelsea game in a totally different frame of mind. Totally different frame of mind. You know, with 5 games to go. No, actually, into Bournemouth game. Obviously, we've got Bournemouth game now. So it sends us into a different mindset if we can win, puts pressure on Tottenham, Forest and West Ham. And in fairness, as much as they have improved, Wolves, and they have improved, you know, I watched them against West Ham, actually. And for the first 20 minutes, actually, if they'd have scored, they looked a decent side. But you're right, once West Ham scored, the heads went down. You could see it, the heads went. Yeah. And if Leeds can get an early goal, I agree with you. But football's a funny game. It kicks you in the arse a lot. But if we can't link Wolves, then we don't deserve... You can't link Man U and then play against Wolves and lose. So, yeah, let's go on. Let's win. And then we've got one eye on Bournemouth game, one eye on Chelsea game. Whether we've got injuries or we haven't, I know. I've seen a press conference today where Rodon's he won't commit whether he's going to be ready, but apparently it's not as... You know, it's not going to be as long-based as we thought. Same with Stack, apparently. He's making good progress. He could be ready before May, but he won't commit himself. So, and I don't think we need to risk him, to be honest with you. If you look at the team we played Saturday, on Monday night at Old Trafford, yeah, I won't change a lot, to be told. Why would you change it? Why would you change out?
Yeah, I don't think he'll change squad at all. I think it'll be exactly the same starting lineup as it were against Scum. And why would you change it, as you say? And thing is as well with Scum, it's a very similar situation because with Scum you wanted to go and be on front foot early because you're away, you're needing them points, you're in a relegation battle. And with Wolves it's exactly the same. You want to be front foot early, controlling ball, and you know that you can against them. It's not just to shock them, it's because that's what you should be doing against Wolves. I think that player-wise, Mosquera being out is massive for them. Obviously defensively they're very poor, but he's quick. His recovery pace is close to Joe Rodon's. He's not quite level of Joe Rodon, but you're going to win headers now. You're going to get balls in the box. You're going to have more at ball, and I think Tanaka will push a bit more forward. That's what I'm having for me first scorer.
Again.
Yeah, I've got to win someday. And yeah, like you said, if you get into that game, you've got that boost for Chelsea because you're 9 points clear coming into Sunday. Spurs, they've done, aren't they? They've gone, absolutely gone. It's De Zerbi's took them out for dinner. That's what his big solution's going to be, right? He's took them all out, all squad, for dinner so that they can have a nice time and they can sit down. And you think, honestly, if I were a Spurs fan listening to that, it's like, yeah, they need de-stressing. Like, you're getting for extra training, sunshine, because you're about to lose 50% of your wages when you get relegated. Like, what are we talking about? You're going out for a big meal. Like, that's not what you do in a relegation battle.
No, the pamper him. I mean, it was similar to Man U result of it weekend. I think he took them away training, didn't he? That were 20 odd days before they played us. They had a break.
Yeah.
So the moment they have a break, the moment they play too many games, you can't win, can you, really? So I don't think the pamper him, and I agree with you. I think they should have been in for training. I mean, I'm glad they're not. But with Tottenham thing, I think if you look at Tottenham's situation, and I mean, it's not over yet. They've still got 6 games to pull it round. But teams will change the manager very late in the season, as we well know. When we got relegated, changing, leaving it to late, getting it wrong manager in first place after Jesse Marsh. He should have gone earlier. We kept on to him, and then we changed managers, and then Allardyce came in, and it was 6 games to go. Forward, rot set in. You know what I mean? And that Tottenham thing, it's got that feel. It's got that feel.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, we've got to concentrate on ourselves. And same as I say, this Wolves game's just as big, if not bigger now, than the Man U game. Man U game's done. Enjoyed it. Brilliant. Let's move on, and look forward to... I mean, if we'd have lost at Man U, it would have been a different mindset. We'd have all had arse on for a week. Wolves game had have come around and would have been a bit, but now we're up for it. We're ready for it. And players have got to be in the same mindset. Fat's got to be in the same mindset. Let's lick them. And then that takes us in to next week, obviously, with Bournemouth and Cup game on Sunday. Yeah, we've got us tickets, we've got us train. We're all ready for it.
I think we're safe. I think we're already safe now. I think if you could pause it, just keep points tally, right? If you look at what they've got this year, points-wise, they're on less than a point a game, which would mean that currently they'd still be below us because on goal difference, right? So you'd still finish above Tottenham if they carried on at their average, and their average has got worse over recent.
I agree with that, Ad, but don't forget we've still got West Ham away and we've still got Tottenham away. Yeah. So now if you're a West Ham fan or a Tottenham fan, right, you're looking at them games as being hugely pivotal. I know Tottenham have we a lot of games, but if he can get the mindset right, then it could be difficult for us. And then obviously, if we win on Saturday, 9 points, I agree with you. We're safe. But 6 points, we lose. They get something out of the Brighton game. We've got them to play in a couple of weeks. I'm confident. I am confident. We've played well all season, and I've said that all season. And I know you'll say I've got issues with Farke, but he only had issues against Sunderland when he didn't change it early enough, and Brentford when he didn't change it up, and Everton when he didn't change it. I still think we should not be in this situation. I genuinely think we should have been mid-table. But
we should.
And I said it on last podcast. It's not just players that learn, is it? It's not just your Tanakas that have to grow into it. Your manager's same. Your manager's got to learn, and let's hope he has. And Brill, great.
He has. I think you'll see an attacking formation. I think it'll be exactly the same as squad that went out against Man U, which were an attacking formation. We all looked at that and thought, well, 3 of the players he mentioned weren't injured. Brilliant. And you've still got that cover coming in. bench-wise, Nonto coming on with that extra pace is a fantastic option to have. Obviously, Dan James is definitely still injured and he'll not be featuring. Uh, so you are, and and the Metro coming off at bench, maybe even Joe Peru if you're 3-0 up, you never know. Just just give him a flashing pan. But I can't see us of all. I know it's Leeds, and I know, but like Farker said, it's changing that look of what it is to do with Leeds, and he is. We're in the semi-finals. We beat Man U in Old Trafford for 45 years. It's not only we're changing it, we've been incredibly consistent throughout the season. We've been battered twice by the same side. That's it. We've been incredibly consistent. We've been an hard side to break down, an hard side to beat, and the ways that we've scored have repeated throughout the season. And when it's had to change, it's changed it. And when it's had to change again, it's changed it. And when you've had to introduce new players due to injuries later in the season, it has done, and they've performed. So, by every metric of where we're going, I can't see there being an outcome that we don't come away with 3 points from Wolves. I'll be gobsmacked.
Well, we've said it all along that you've got to win your own games if you step up. I mean, that away game on Monday were a huge bonus.
Yeah, massive.
It was a huge bonus. But if you win your own games, and we said it, take that, forget about Man U game. But if I always thought if we'd have linked, I mean, Burnley, I think it's a difficult game. We always play.
It always is for us.
It's all assists against them, but we drew against them, and they're down anyway. They're another side that's down. If you win your Wolves and you win your Burnley and you pick off point up away, then you're not only safe actually. I'm looking actually, daft as it sounds this, but if Leeds win on Saturday, they're 3 points off Newcastle.
Yeah.
And Palace. I'm sure I've got that right. I'm sure they're 6 points off now, and they're 3 points behind. And suddenly, you're thinking, "Wow, you're looking up as opposed to you're looking down, aren't you?"
Yeah.
I know they've got a game in hand and they have to go in, but it does beg the question: if we can lick Burnley and we get something at Bournemouth, who's to say we can't catch somebody and make it different altogether? Better season. You what?
Why can't we get some at Bournemouth and all? To be honest.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, I mean, how are they going to react? That's the thing with Bournemouth, because obviously he's leaving now. Come off at back of a good result the other day at Arsenal, and then they get news that managers packing in.
Yeah.
So how does that
recently? What is it you had it with Glasner as well? Like, what is it where they've started announcing halfway through seasons that they're going to be leaving at the end of the season? Like, what's that all about?
I don't know.
That's not caring for the club that you work for.
No, we
don't. Expect certain degrees of decency from players. Expect exactly the same from bleeding managers. They're on 10 million quid a year.
Yeah, I mean, they're on big contracts, these managers, and when they do leave, I mean, the only thing with him is obviously he'll not get a payout if he leaves, will he? Because he's ending his contract. But he's in such a good position because of what he's done for Bournemouth. I mean, it's funny that I was talking to a Rotherham fan yesterday because obviously Rotherham got relegated. I went out for a bite to eat with a couple of mates, and one's a Rotherham fan, a season ticket over at Rotherham, and we were talking about Rotherham getting relegated, and he says, "Oh, they're only a small club." I says, "Well, actually, if you look at Bournemouth, look what Bournemouth's done. Their average gate's 11,000 somewhere around there. And consistently, they perform above the level. They're in Premiership. They make it difficult for away teams to go to the ground, and if they can do it, who's to say nobody else can do it? Who's to say Millwall can't go up or Rotherham can't get? Eventually, he's done a really good job. Well, not only him's done a good job as well, but they've done a good job at Bournemouth, I think, as well.
Yeah, we were linked with him years ago, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. Yeah, but not just him. Previous managers.
Yeah.
So it's a funny thing, and someone said we lick Wolves. We go into Bournemouth game and Chelsea game, totally different mindset for me.
Yeah, Chelsea game for sure.
Bear in mind as well, that's 6 points out of 6. So it's from games that you probably didn't expect to get 6 points in a week.
We've had a lot of points from a lot of games we didn't expect, in all fairness, this year.
We have, yeah. I mean, there's been a few times this season when we haven't performed. I mean, Burnley away were one, actually. We didn't perform at Burnley, did we, very well?
No. Forest.
But you can count Forest, yeah, you're right. You can count them on one hand. So, right, up and up. Let's go out on Saturday I'm going to book what they call it, park and ride tomorrow, have a few beers when we get there on Saturday with lads, and hopefully we're coming out with a big grin on his face. But knowing us, we'll be here on Sunday morning going, "You bastards!"
So, can you give me a score prediction?
I think Calvert-Lewin will score. I think he's due.
Yeah.
He's due. He played so well on Monday night and didn't get his rewards for it. Should have scored with that header, in fairness. But I'm hoping he scores, and I'm going to go for 3-0. I'm going to go for 3-0.
His clearance off a line counts as a goal, doesn't it? In all fairness.
Well, that's what. Yeah, he played well, and he's getting positions up. But I think that header were a bigger miss than sliding it first minute. That would have saved.
Yeah, because sliding,
but that header, he puts it to left, or and then he's that's 1-0, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, 3-0.
Fair enough.
Although knowing us, we will concede, but I'm still going 3-0.
Yeah. Right, I'm going 5.
You're going 5. This is the bloke, right?
Going 5.
This is the bloke who went for Ampadu to score for the last 2 months, and now has changed to Tanaka to score, right? And only time he were winning a bet. You were 2-0 up with West Ham with 200 quid coming and thinking, get in, going into extra time. And it cost you, because obviously in Holland you can't cash out. So, yeah.
I mean,
I won't be following you. I've got to be honest.
I'm going 6. I'm going 6-0 then.
You're going 6-0. You really do think that we're going
thumping. Yeah.
Right.
Why can't we have a big win like we did? Did you think that we were going to beat Cardiff 7-0?
I think it's a bit different though now.
Why? Levels. Why? Wolves are down. They're absolutely knackered. They concede constantly. West Ham scored 4.
We were flying.
West Ham scored 4.
We were flying that season.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I do think pressure's off Wolves now a little bit.
So I'm not saying 7. I'm saying 5.
You say all right. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I'm saying 3. We'll sit here.
All right.
We'll sit here on Sunday morning. We'll have lost 2-0. We'll all have asked.
All right, then, Father.
Right. Yeah. We'll tie it up with that because obviously there'd be a lot more to say, really, is there, son?
It's after Man U game, obviously. Man U game, what longest one we've done, and then Wolves is you can't really analyse too much about a side that's absolutely down and done. Injuries they've got, I mean, they're at, they're preparing for next season, and they already have been with selling Strand Larsen. So, it's at home. You're going to be absolutely expecting to win it, no matter what, and you're going to be going 9 points clear before Spurs play on Sunday. So, it's been nice to talk to you, and I'll speak to you on Sunday.
You take care, son. All right.
I'll
talk to you on Sunday. Well, I'll probably talk to you in the morning, actually. But yeah, online we'll talk on Sunday.
All right, darling.
Take care. Love. All the best.
Bye.
The Big Fish Theory, a Leeds United podcast.